All right. Hey, everybody. This is Rell Cummings. This is season 2, episode 20 of the Always Relevant podcast. As always, have my co-host, Dane DeMayo. Dude, Dane, what's going on, man?
I'm hyped, man. You heard LeBron's coming back. You heard it.
Oh, yeah, you think LeBron's coming back to the land? We'll see.
I even got my jersey. That's the first time I wore a jersey in years. Like old school.
Only if they drafted his son.
Out.
Only if they get their son. But they had great festivities for the NBA All-Star Weekend. I thought it was good. That was entertaining. Minus dunk contest. The dunk contest was garbage. They need to figure that out.
The clunk contest, they're calling it.
Yeah. They need to have prerequisites. Everybody sending pre-video that they can do all the dunks they're going to do, because those guys, I'm glad Obi Toppin won it. It's great, but there's nobody making dunks, man. A bunch of missed dunks in that. So,
oh yeah, that was going to be my get real segment. And it was so bad. I'm just like, I don't even want to talk about it. It's terrible.
It was bad. They need to figure out the format. Let's even get like Ja Morant in there and real dunkers that can pull off that kind of stuff. Plus, he's like 6'2", so it looks great when he does it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But anyways, we're going to start it off. How are you? How are you really? How am I overall? Same, hanging out, no complaints, whatever, as far as everything. How am I really? There's just a lot going on. A lot went on this weekend. Sports stuff for Caden and everything. Then kids getting sick, but hanging out with different parents and everything. Meeting new parents from the team, which we met each other, but we really got to meet each other and hang out. We actually had a pretty cool group. So we'll all probably hang out again down the line. The kids play well together, and everybody likes to drink a few beverages, so that's good. Overall, like last night, dealing with the kid that was sick and everything with Copeland, but we pulled through. So today we're recording this. Supposed to be a day off. Hasn't really been a day off of relaxation for me like I had planned, but it's all right. We'll come back. We'll figure it out. We'll hang out, have a good time as always. But I'm glad I'm here. Thankful for that. So, Dane, how are you? How are you really?
I'm good, man. The All-Star game has become one of the most anticipated. I think it's one of the most anticipated events of the year now, the way they're playing. When you get the best players in the world on the court and they're actually wanting to play and ball out, it makes for some entertaining ball.
Especially that fourth quarter, man. The fourth quarter is serious. They're trying to get that dub.
Yeah. How am I really, man? I'm good, man. Cavs are good. Jared Allen's stepping up, man. Got a concert tonight. I'll talk about that a little bit. But, yeah, I'm good, man. Let's get it going.
Oh, yes, sir. All right, hey, let's keep moving. Let's get going. Glad we're back. It's always fun. We're good to hang out, have a good time with everybody. So, all right, so next we're going to get into Mix It Up with Lee. Lee sent us a drink called the Negroni. So to make that, it's 1 ounce of gin. He didn't specify what gin, so Dane and I'll probably go Tanqueray, knowing us. But 1 ounce of Campari, 1 ounce of sweet vermouth, orange bitters. You can mine, stir, and garnish with the orange twist. Then you drink it. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. I'm guessing you probably want ice with that as well in your glass. But hey, it sounds good. We'll send out pictures on our social media later to show what it's going to look like along with the recipe. So hit that or take a look at that for us. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We'll send it all out there for everybody to see. If you have any questions or anything, let us know. And hit up Lee. He's the one that brings these recipes. So it's good stuff. So next segment.
Ready.
Restaurant of the week. Dane, did you go to any restaurants this week?
Yeah, man, I went to one of my favorites, Bamboo, Asian cuisine, man. It's good. And I always hit up the Mongolian beef. And it's just, since it's Get Big 2020, it's really a big enough meal for 2 people, right? Obviously, I can do it in one sitting. So, I highly recommend this place. Jackie always gets the crab rolls. They got all the good stuff. But I am a big fan of the Szechuan dumplings and the Mongolian beef. Now, I am a little concerned. My dog, when I'm eating the Mongolian beef, doesn't even stay in the same room. Not having it. That's a little scary. Other than that, I don't care. It tastes good. What'd you have?
Wait. The dog does not stay in the room.
The dog does not stay in the room when I'm eating the Mongolian beef. Right? Yeah, she loves Wendy's. She'll do Burger King. She's not a big fan of McDonald's unless it's the chicken nuggets. Does not like the Asian cuisine. Does not like the Mongolian beef one bit. Like, she don't even stay in the same room during Mongolian beef time. So I don't know if that's Pomeranian I'm eating or what, but I'll tell you what, it's good. It's really good.
That's funny. Well, I guess she likes what she likes. She doesn't like what she doesn't. So
yeah. She lets me know for sure. Yeah.
What was the name of the place that you went to again? What was it called?
Bamboo, Asian cuisine.
Bamboo.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
I mean, last night my dog was eating Ruffles, so you never know what she's gonna eat. So
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So I guess for me, the restaurant I went to is a place called Agave and Rye. It's in Liberty Center, which is in like I guess we'll call it Liberty Township, Ohio, north side of Cincinnati. It's basically like an epic or exotic taco place. So you're not just gonna they have what's called a plain Jane, which is your typical ground beef, sour cream, lettuce, cheese, whatever on a taco. It's a hard taco surrounded by a soft taco, but they're exotic tacos. So the two that I got the last time I went there, one's called the Swipe Right, the other one's called the Snitch.
The Swipe
Right. Yeah, the Swipe Right. The Swipe Right is herb chicken, sweet and spicy bacon, aged white cheddar, salsa, sour cream. Like I said, solid, good, great flavor. I recommend it. It's always my go-to. Not mad. And then usually the other taco I usually get two. This time I got the Snitch. I never had it before. It's beer batter, mahi. I actually got it grilled, spicy avocado and honey slaw and pickled red onion. So wanted to try something different, want to see how it's going to be. So it was pretty solid as far as doing that. Next time I'll probably try it fried. I don't know why I decided to get it grilled. I decided to just try it out. I forgot it was Get Big 2020 or 2022. So next time I'll try it and then stick with it. As far as endorsements for other tacos on the menu, there's one called the Cat's Meow, and that one has white cheddar, jambalaya stuff. Try it out. And the last one I will endorse is called the Easy Ranchero. They have house-made tater tots, queso, salsa, white cheddar, fried egg. They have what's called their cowboy candy, and I usually add the sweet and spicy bacon to it as well. So that's what I'll go with. Plus, they usually have great beverages to go along with your food. So, like I said, Dane, next time you come to Cincinnati, hopefully for my birthday here in May, we'll have to go out there. Have to take you out there and see what it's all about, man. It's the truth for real. So
yeah, it sounds good. Bamboo's bring your own beverage is one of those places.
Hey, nothing wrong with that either.
No,
more places like that, I'm on board.
But it's Get Big 2020. You need to try all them tacos next time you go. So when I'm there in May, we're gonna order every taco on that menu. And we're gonna eat them.
Hey, these tacos are not your regular size like Taco Bell tacos either. They're stuffed. Right. They're huge. Hey, that's fine. Every taco on the menu is gonna be tough. We better get there early. It'd be an all-day event.
We're gonna get a picture of all of them on that table. We're gonna eat them all.
I look forward to it. I look forward to it for sure. So, all right. So, first segment. What we're going to talk about today, Dane?
Well, I figure, we try to talk about relevant stuff and all the ridiculousness that's out there. And I think it's time we finally address the gorilla in the room. It's definitely streaming services, right? Yeah. How much money is everybody spending on streaming services? Huh? Right? How many you got?
Oh, man. So I have Netflix, Hulu, Prime, ESPN Plus, Disney Plus, HBO Max, Peacock, plus I have cable.
So it's just insane, right? So what do I have? I got Hulu, kind of. I think it's somebody else's login. Netflix, Prime, ESPN, Disney, HBO Max, and that's somebody else's too. I think that's her mom's.
Yeah, no, we do have a couple where it's like some cross login. So we're not straight paying for everything.
Yeah, we have some Apple TV. I do know that. I don't ever watch that, but it's crazy, right? And then we got cable. So you put all that stuff together. It's like you don't even have time to live your life, for crying out loud. And all that stuff. Like everybody gets suckered into all these streaming services, right? 6 months free, 3 months free. Every time you buy something on the internet, what do they say? We'll give you 3 months of Peacock if you want it. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, you just got to remember to look at the date whenever the free time ends and put it in your phone as a reminder. Oh yeah, I need to go out here and cancel my subscription. Otherwise, they're going to automatically put me on for the next month. Then you're roped in. And you see something you like, and you're like, well, I'll just keep it when you weren't planning on keeping it in the first place.
So if it's free, why do you have to enter your credit card number in to sign up? Right?
Yeah, it's free.
Give you free 3 months and then say, hey, we want your credit card at the end of it if you still want it, right? Why do you have to do it up front?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, because then then they lose people, they lose business because they know people forget. They don't put it in your phones. That's your tip of the day. If you get a free streaming service or free service for a period of time, put the date that it's going to end in your phone as an alarm and set it. That way it comes up for you and you remember, oh, I need to go out there and cancel this service.
Yeah. And you know what? Thinking about how crazy this is, I actually have a page on my phone of just streaming services, right? I got ESPN Plus, Disney Plus, Prime, Netflix. I got it all on my phone, right? So when I'm sitting around, and I don't have nothing to do, it's a lot easier than, trying to search through stuff on your, on your television. It's easier to just look for stuff on your phone, but it's just absolutely insane. So then you look at all these prices. Netflix, the premium package, whatever the hell that means, is up to $17 a month. That's $17. Last time I seen, they weren't kicking any footballs on Netflix. What the heck am I paying $17 for? Right?
I'm not doing that.
No, man. And then Prime's okay. So Prime was $126 a year, I believe. Now it's $139. They raised the price of Prime because they probably got paid for that Lord of the Rings madness. So $139 a year now for Prime.
That's what we're seeing.
You got Paramount Plus, AMC Plus. And then I like how AMC does real quick. Some of these streaming services are pretty sneaky. Like you get to see the next episode of Walking Dead if you subscribe now, right?
Right.
So you can see it a week earlier.
That's like I got Peacock. I'm like, okay, I can watch the new Bel Air series or whatever, at least part of it, without having to pay. I went out there, I saw the episodes, thought I'd be able to see the first 4 episodes. No, I can see the first episode. Any episode after that, get the on the premium plan. And then you have a premium plus plan if you want to see everything without commercials. So there's still commercials on Peacock, Peacock Premium as far as out there. So they still kind of get you a little bit.
Yeah, so there's some, some of these you can watch. Was it IMBD or something like? Well, where the hell's IMBD? You know what I'm talking about? Where you go on there and it's like commercials or something.
Yeah, the movie database. Yeah.
Is that what that's called? Movie database?
I think so. International Movie Database, I think is what it stands for.
Yeah. So all of these streaming services have original content that they push nonstop on cable because everybody still got cable. Because if we didn't, they wouldn't be advertising the streaming services on TV every day, right? So, true. Yeah. So I mean, so let's go through these. Like, let's go through a couple of them and see if there's anything worth. Why should we keep it for the price, right? All right. Let's start. You mentioned Peacock. Peacock. Why should I get Peacock? Tell me why.
I mean, right now I'm watching Bel Air. And like I said, I only got to watch that show. I haven't really looked to see what else is out there on it. I haven't looked to see what kind of Peacock originals are out there. I do know I can watch Yellowstone on it, which I think you can watch on Paramount Plus as well. But I haven't really gone too deep into what I can get for my money on Peacock besides Bel Air. So
here's another classic case of Hollywood doesn't have any ideas. Nobody has any ideas anymore. So we're going to take something and get Will Smith, pay him a couple bucks to do a commercial for it and call it Bel Air when it ain't nothing like Bel Air. For one, you can't do enough.
What it was. Whoever it was, they put something out back on like TikTok or something where it was like more like a drama, I guess, episode of The Fresh Prince of Bel Air. And they just did it as like a project. And Will Smith saw it and liked it. And he took it to Peacock. And they made it into like an actual show and brought in different actors and all that for it. But the trailer, the pilot for that was on TikTok or Instagram or whatever it was actually pretty good. And it was pretty interesting take on the show. So I think that's where it all started. Because it is definitely more of a drama show versus the mostly comedic Fresh Prince of Bel Air, which it had some serious moments in it, but it was mostly comedy throughout that show.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was great. But the original one was basically driven off the charisma of Will Smith, right? It was his show. You can't do Fresh Prince without Will Smith in his prime, not the Scientology weirdo Will Smith we got now, but the one we used to know back in the Philly rapper days, right? Right. All right, so that's terrible. So that's all we got on Peacock. I remember back, you could sign up for 2 weeks free on Peacock and they sucker you in with the free Halloween movie. Like the Halloween movie, watch it now on Peacock if you sign up these next 2 weeks. They just try to sucker you in. Give me your credit card information, right? All right. I like Netflix. I'm gonna start Netflix. You got to get just for the Chappelle specials alone is worth the money. But what do you got?
Yep.
Netflix.
I got Chappelle specials, Ozark, all the different Marvel spinoffs. So Daredevil, Jessica Jones, The Punisher, Luke Cage, which I can keep going, but business is business, is what it is. There's a show called Formula One: Drive to Survive, basically discussing the Formula One and their season, all the racers and everything that they go through and their teams go through behind the scenes, and on race day and everything. So it's actually a pretty interesting story as far as doing that. Bloodline, I like that show. It was pretty good. It kind of stopped abruptly after like season 4, but it was pretty solid back in the day. What do you got?
You know what? Other than the Chappelle, they got some good movies. Some of the original movies haven't been too bad. I like the one with Dave Bautista and Zombieland or whatever out there in Las Vegas where he's slaughtering zombies.
Right.
Netflix has a couple good movies. I haven't seen that Up in the Air yet with Leonardo that everybody's talking about. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
But some of the ones, the new one with The Rock was good. So they got some good original movies. And then, I'm a history guy, so they have all these historic series, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
I watched The Barbarians, and you always know you're going to get a lot of blood and a lot of boobies in these shows. So it's pretty good to watch. I recommend it. So Netflix, yeah. Now there's 3 packages for Netflix, right? Like you got a cheap package, a middle package, which I have, and a premium package. What the hell's going on now?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure we have the middle package, just the regular package. You don't have the basic. Whatever we were paying before, they sent a note saying that the price is increasing, and we just went ahead and all right, let's just keep it. That's something that we watch on a regular basis, so we just left it alone as far as that increase and didn't mess with it. So,
all right. So we like Netflix, right? If you're gonna have, that's one of the ones I guess we say you should have.
That's one of the ones I would definitely say I would definitely keep.
It's rated the highest, I know, on a lot of these rankings or whatever. All right, let's go to Hulu. I'm not a big fan of Hulu. I hate their interface. It sucks. When you have a new show, why is it not the first thing that pops up? Why do I have to go searching for it, right?
The way they have it set up is a little bit different. Like they have everything combined together. You can break it down into like TV shows and movies, or you can break it down by hubs because they have a lot of stuff from like FX or FX Plus, whatever it is, and HBO. They have it broken down that way, stars or however you want it to be as far as doing that. So I mean, it is a little bit different than the rest.
Yeah, I hate it. But anyway, Jackie, some of the stuff like Will and Grace, Jackie will watch the old Will and Grace and some of the old shows.
I think we're going to watch The Handmaid's Tale on Hulu as well.
Yeah. Okay. So right now we're watching Pam and Tommy. It's ridiculous. It's completely stupid, right?
Right.
I'm kind of torn because I'm still watching. I think there's 2 more. I mean, Seth Rogen plays the best pervert. I mean, if anybody should play a pervert, it's Seth Rogen, right?
It's pretty much not far from his real life, his real, personality. So I mean,
yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, and then you got Lily James, the girl who played Cinderella in the live-action remake in 2015 as Pamela Anderson.
Right. Yeah, that's a little different. They didn't picture her being Pam, but okay, that works.
She looks good. She kind of looks like her. And then you got the guy who playing Tommy Lee, and there's this one scene where he's talking to his goods, and it's talking to him. It's just the weirdest show ever.
Like, tripping? I mean, anybody knows that guy played in like Captain America. He's the Winter Soldier from all the Marvel movies. Sebastian, I forget his last name, but yeah.
So I mean, I don't even know how they know any of this stuff happened. This is the only original series on Hulu I've ever watched. There's 2 more. I'm going to finish it. It's fascinating. I don't know if any of it's true. I don't know if they know how any of this is true other than the video itself, right?
Right. Yeah, you can't really deny that.
But Hulu sucks. What do you think?
I think it just depends. I mean, if you want to go back and watch shows like from FX and we will stream those like ATL and a bunch of those shows, I think it's good for that if you want to get out there for it. Like as far as original series or content, I think Netflix and Prime has a beat in that aspect. But now I still keep it around because there are some shows that I have come across that I have watched. I do that I think I do like every once in a while, but I don't really go out to Hulu that often. Unless I want to watch one of those shows on like FX or something like that.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
I always see the commercials. Hulu has live sports with my boy Baker Mayfield and Saquon Barkley, a couple busts.
I heard that was solid. I heard that was solid.
I haven't really looked at it and seen anything, but I don't know if it's baseball. What is it they have? I don't see no NFL football on it, no NBA.
It's not on
there's
regular
no
Hulu. So
basketball.
like there's regular Hulu, but then if you want the Hulu live, that's like YouTube TV. So it's like premium.
So they're lying to me. It ain't regular Hulu. You gotta get Hulu live.
No,
How much does that cost?
I don't know. Not enough or too much for me to actually get it.
Yeah,
That's why I'm keeping cable. I'm keeping cable because that's where I watch live sports because I don't trust the streaming services with their live sports.
Yeah. All right. So Prime, we talked about this. Now, the thing about Prime is obviously Amazon, you can order anything off of it with free shipping. So that's part of your $139.
Right.
It was $126. It's now going to $139 after Amazon's record quarter, right?
Which is actually the streaming service is actually how Amazon's making money off of the Prime memberships because just shipping, they're losing money with the free shipping. So they're making it back and then some on these memberships, these streaming services for it. So, I mean, they have to do something and it's working for them.
Yeah. So the profits are crazy. But so there are a lot of good shows on Prime, original content. They spend a lot of money on that stuff. So we talked about a couple. You were watching The Boys, Hannah, said both those are good, right?
Yeah, The Boys, Hannah, Reacher, that the first season of Reacher, that's good. One of the Jack Reacher stories. Jack Ryan, that's solid.
Jack Ryan, yeah.
Yeah, and there's been a couple movies that I've watched on there too, like Without Remorse. That was really good. You're talking about what was the movie?
Tomorrow War with Chris Pratt is awesome. Yeah.
So I think you have a good combination of TV shows, shows that are original Prime shows that are good that you're not just going to be able to go out and find anywhere else, and they have a lot of good movies out there as well, in my opinion. And I feel like I've barely have scratched the surface of what they actually have versus what I've actually
watched. So many old movies, like like movies I'd want to see again. You just search it and find them. I'd show Wheel of Time's excellent.
Yes, I like that too.
Yeah, they're going to do 5 seasons of Lord of the Rings, which they put the record number of money in there for a TV show. Comes out in September. Okay. So Prime's doing it big, and then we got to make the big announcement is Prime has exclusive showings of NFL football on Thursdays. Yeah, they have Thursday football now. So got to have it. All right, there's a lot of reasons you got to have Prime, but Prime
that right there should increase their viewership right there, 100%. So
yeah, so Prime you can actually pay monthly or you can pay yearly, so that's an option. Paramount Network just has all their shows that they have on there. Paramount, you have Paramount Plus or whatever it's called.
I do not have Paramount Plus.
Yeah, it's got a bunch of stuff on it. All right, here's another one we do kind of like Disney Plus. Because it's not just the old school Disney, but it's got all the Marvel. Disney owns everything now. So, you watch Disney, you got kids. There's a lot of stuff on there. What do you think?
Yeah, so they have the stuff for kids. They have Marvel, like all the different Avenger movies, all the Marvel movies they have out there on it. They have Pixar movies. They have Star Wars. As far as I'd never watched Star Wars till I got Disney Plus. I went and watched all the Star Wars. Now I watched The Mandalorian. Now we're watching the book of Boba Fett or whatever. So, no, I've been watching that. Plus, there's some other shows like for us, I watched the Mighty Ducks growing up. As far as that, so now they have the Mighty Ducks Game Changer series. That's pretty cool. Me and Caden, we watched that together and everything. So there's a lot of cool shows out there. Some that are good for adults, some that are good for kids. They have a good balance between both of those. And you have those old movies like Lion King and Aladdin and everything. You have the remakes that are out there. Now they do have a couple things whenever they have like a big movie premiere that they do have like exclusive access where you have to pay like $30 to get it. If it's brand new, like from basically their box office or whatever, they did that with I forget what one of the classics was that they had.
Well, I know Eternals I seen 2 weeks ago is on the app was already free on Disney Plus. That was just in the theaters. Eternals.
What was that? Ninja Turtles?
Eternals is already free on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So that's good to know. I actually watched that on Prime, the first one.
I'm gonna make a statement though. I've been burnt out on superhero movies since maybe mid to late 2000s. I can't watch them anymore. I can't do it anymore. I want old school action movies back. I need Arnold back. I know it's not going to happen, but I'm worn out on the special effects and the Marvel. I can't do it anymore.
You got to try, man. It's a lot better. I'm telling you, it's solid. Plus, they're a little darker.
Look up the cartoon Goofy Knows Football from 1940s and watch Goofy play old school football. All right, it's like 7 minutes long. All right. Well, we got ESPN Plus. I'm gonna tell you why I love it. They signed the NHL deal this year. I didn't have to pay for the Blue Jackets games this year because it's part of every game's on ESPN Plus this year. The NHL, if it's not on regular NHL Network or TV, so that's a big win right there alone. But what do you think, ESPN Plus?
I'm good with the ESPN Plus. Plus, I get it with the Disney bundle that I get with my Verizon phone plan, so that helps. But I'll probably go ahead and get that anyway. Like I said, it has a lot of different sporting events depending on what sport you're in. If it's golf, you can watch different players at the Masters. If it's tennis, you watch different players on different courts. More than what they show on TV on regular cable. Same thing, like I said, you showed something about the hockey and everything. Same with soccer. We don't always get a chance to watch soccer on the regular cable channels.
Yeah, I was just going to say the MLS is on. The Crew will be playing Vancouver on ESPN Plus on Saturday.
Yeah, so you got MLS, you got Premier League, you got all the different leagues across the world you can watch on ESPN Plus. That's where I think it's very beneficial because you get a lot of those sports that you don't necessarily see on a regular basis here in the States. So I do like
when you're out of market like I am, it's great because those to buy every Cavs game, every Blue Jackets game, every it's not cheap, but now that they're on these streaming services, saves me some money.
Yeah, no, that definitely helps. But yeah, I definitely am on board with ESPN Plus. Plus, they do have some original content shows that's out there that's pretty good. Like I liked watching the show that's produced by Kevin Durant called The Boardroom. They're bringing different people to kind of talk about different business subjects and everything.
Got canceled.
I know it got canceled, but I did like that when it was out there. Seeing we got canceled because I was on board what they were trying to do. It was interesting and seeing it from their point of view, not just from the players being players. Like they're trying to see things from the business side. They're bringing in experts or different people that could have quality discussion about it as well. So I thought
not to get off topic, but you know why the Boardroom failed? Because nobody likes Kevin Durant. You can't tell me if LeBron didn't do a show called The Boardroom, that wouldn't be their highest rated show because people like LeBron. As good as Kevin Durant is, he's a whiny baby, man.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't quite have he doesn't have the personality or charisma of LeBron. Like LeBron on HBO Max, you have The Shop by LeBron and Maverick Carter and everything. LeBron's got he's got a game show, The Wall, that's doing pretty solid. It's on network TV, as far as everything. And he's looking for a life after basketball for sure, as far as his business ventures. And yeah, I think he just he's just more likable than Kevin Durant is, to be honest.
And I'll tell you, man, I hate admitting it, but healthy, Kevin Durant's probably been the best player in the league when he's healthy right now the last couple of years.
You can't stop him, 7'1" guy that can dribble, shoot. I mean, who's going to guard him? Any big person's going to get there, and they can't keep up with him. And he puts small guy on him and just shoot over him.
Yeah, we got to talk about Team Wine one of these days. Brooklyn's got Kyrie, Durant, and Simmons, man. Jesus. All right. I hate to be that coach. Good luck, Nash, with that.
Right.
All right. AMC Plus. You can watch. AMC actually has a pretty good catalog of shows in the past, but they took that carrot out. They'll let you watch The Walking Dead next show in a week early if you watch it.
Now, I think all this before. I've never watched The Walking Dead. I probably should at some point in time, but I'm that person that's never watched it. So
I'll tell you what. This is part 2 of season 11. So if you're gonna binge watch something, that will keep you busy. All right, AMC Plus. We don't need to get in that. HBO Max. Now this one I'm kind of torn on. The movie selection kind of sucks. When you think HBO Max, you're thinking, man, it's gonna have a bunch of new movies and stuff. Now,
well, I guess with HBO Max, what they have. They have HBO come out with Cinemax, so they have like the shows from both. They have movies from both. Now, one thing I will say is when there's one movie that came out called Dune, that was pretty good. As far as that, I'm looking forward to the next one on that. They'll have definitely a second movie on that particular movie series. So look forward to that. There's, like I said, going back to superhero things. There's some DC comic movies that are out there. Specifically, not movies, but like a TV show. Specifically, there's Titan. I think I talked about that once before. Where it features around Robin, aka Dick Grayson, after he left Batman. and formed a kind of a different group. So it's kind of darker as far as doing that. So I enjoy shows that are like that. So like I said, the shop with LeBron James show, that's interesting to me.
Yeah, I didn't have it for that. That was the reason I wanted it, because you can you watch all the old shops on that?
Yeah, you used to watch all the old ones on there and everything. And then, obviously people, they want to get caught up on Game of Thrones. I mean, there's gonna be new Game of Thrones coming out, a prequel and everything. But if you want to see, was it all 8 seasons? I was glad I was able to go through and watch seasons 1 through 7, and I watched it all the way, and I caught up halfway through season 8. So I didn't have to sit there and wait every year for like a new season to come out. I just binge watched everything, and it was definitely worth it to not sit there and wait after every season. So,
all right, there's too many streaming services. What would we say? You can burn your whole paycheck watching TV here nowadays.
100%.
You got Apple TV. They got some original content. We have that.
Ted Lasso. I don't have that, but I want to watch Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso, yeah. And then then you have these ones you can cut the cord, although I'm not sold on it. YouTube TV, Sling, they say $35, but by the time you pay for everything that you want on your regular cable, it costs the same as cable. So what's the point?
Right. And plus, the sports streaming is still not as good.
Awful.
It's just not. Like, you get pixelated screens, streaming or whatever, and like just the refresh rate's not as good. You have a blurry screen. It's just, to me, it's not worth it.
Yeah, it's garbage. So I'm not even gonna go with that with Sling and all that stuff. That's then you got all the knockoff stuff. How many people come to you and go, "Oh, I paid $9.99 and I got 1,000 channels from all over the world," and then you finally come over there to their house, they're showing, "Oh, I don't know why it's not working," or it starts spinning. Like, get that, yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
I can't take that chance.
I can't take that chance. Exactly. So, that goes. So that's a little talk about the streaming services. Cable, I can't get rid of it. I don't care what anybody tells me. You got to have all these streaming services. I need my news. I need my local news. I need my sports. There are some good shows on regular TV. Like I told you, I like that Snowpiercer on TNT. That's sci-fi.
Right. I've seen the movie from back in the day, but I've never watched the show.
Yeah, the show's good. You ever see Hamilton? Did you ever watch Hamilton? Everybody's seen that, right?
Yeah, I've seen it.
The guy who played Jefferson?
Yeah.
That's the guy that's the star of that show. So it's pretty good.
Okay.
But pretty good. So I recommend Snowpiercer. You got anything on TV you like to watch? There isn't much, but
no, there's not much, man. I'm trying to think if there's something that I watch on the regular. There's really not. I'll still occasionally watch like The Voice or American Idol.
I hate that garbage.
Or Masked Singer. I'll watch it every once in a while. I can't help it.
This garbage like The Bachelor and stuff. Oh man.
No, I don't watch The Bachelor. I can't do that. I know a show that Elena watches. She watches Below Deck. So she was actually.
I have a friend that lives in Florida that's big on that.
Yeah,
he's in the boat industry though. So I'm just like, eh.
Yeah, so she'll watch that. Obviously, she'll watch Real Housewives, the different ones. I think she likes Atlanta the best.
That's such trash. Honestly, regular TV is all trash. Actually,
it is.
It's all garbage, reality trash, like Teen Mom and just absolute garbage. I do kind of like the Connors. That's like the spinoff of Roseanne. That's kind of more of a nostalgia thing from the 90s for me.
Right.
Yeah, but really, some of the HGTV stuff, I like Flip or Flop, some of that stuff. But most of the stuff is garbage trash.
I got into that for a little bit, but
who carries the most trash? Probably MTV with Jersey Shore. That sucks.
I don't even watch MTV anymore. Like, the only show that gets watched on MTV in my house is Ridiculousness. It's not me that's watching it. So
yeah, I mean, I just the TV is just garbage. I mean, I don't know what I'll tell you what. If it wasn't for sports and the news, I'd probably get rid of all of it.
Hey, for real. Like, and there are some kid shows that I'll keep around for because I have little kids and everything, and they'll watch like but whatever there are the different channels that I can't get elsewhere. So. Like Cartoon Network, stuff like that.
I'm cutting it all. Bring Blockbuster back. I'm going back to renting movies. Cut it off. I got a VHS player still.
You got a VCR.
I got a VCR, man. You got a VCR, man. We're old. Our old stuff like is on VHS, right?
That's true. Hey,
my stuff's on VHS from college. So.
I know. I have my college highlight tape, high school highlight tape. It's on VHS somewhere. I haven't watched it in years, but it's around. So if anyone wants to see it, bring a VCR.
Wesleyan's been putting some of the old games on YouTube and stuff. So I couldn't believe it. I was watching it. I didn't realize how old I was till I pulled up YouTube and they had our game against Allegheny where we finished 9-1. And it goes back to what you're saying, the streaming services, like the quality, like, you know what I mean? But like the times before HD, it's hard to believe how bad TV looked before HD, right?
Yeah. And we thought it was good back in the day. Then you see HD and how crystal clear everything is now. It's like, oh yeah, no, yeah, you're officially old. If your stuff's not like, you know, in impeccable form looking out on the screen, then yeah, you know that you're old and you're that guy. So
oh yeah, like when I go back, maybe watch some old episodes like Married with Children or something, like it's so crazy how shitty, crappy TV used to look. Pardon my language. TV, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure, man, for sure. It's come a long way. It's come a long way. These kids don't know how good they have it.
They got it good. These video games look real, man. It's been a long wait since Breakthrough and Atari and Centipede.
Oh, for sure. Hey, you see, I got Kate an Oculus for Christmas this year. We did, and some of the games on there, it's for real. And I played Top Golf on there though, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and you know what I said? We talked about this not too long ago. Living in virtual reality worlds, it's awesome.
Yep. All right, what we got next?
Man, we got the NBA All-Star game, man. Get hype. I'm still hyped.
Hey, they had it the land. The land did it right. I'm not mad at them. You know, hey, they put on a good show. The game is like one of the few All-Star games in professional sports where it's worth watching. Everybody's mostly playing hard, especially at the end. You know, there's some money that goes to charities at the end. You know, it was in Cleveland. LeBron did his thing. Steph Curry is shooting lights out. You know, it was a competitive format. I forget the actual name of the new format that they have, but it makes those completely competitive, and everybody's on board with it. And it's not like I hate watching the Pro Bowl. It's pointless to watch that. You know, just because they're not trying, they're not tackling each other. They're better off playing like a flag football game. You know, to be honest with you,
that's probably a good idea. I think they should play a flag football game. That's a good idea. You should submit that. It would actually be fun because then people might play hard. You know what I mean? Right. I'd rather watch them play hard with flag football than mess around with whatever they're doing in the Pro Bowl now.
Yeah.
But anyway, the NBA All-Star game used to be just as crappy, right? Yep. Now they got this for their plan for charity, right? For local charities. So the I Promise school that LeBron's foundation has with Kent State University, where he pays for kids to go to college, which is awesome, $450,000. Team Durant raised $300,000 for the Cleveland Food Bank. And I'll tell you what, the fourth quarter of the All-Star game is one of the most must-watch sporting events of the year now because them dudes are balling. They're trying to win. Steph Curry is just unreal. Now, I love watching great athletes. I love watching people like LeBron, who's just a freak, you know, dominating games. Curry has changed that a little bit for me in that, like,
he's a normal looking person.
Yeah, he's not a great athlete or anything. I mean, he's quick, don't get me wrong, and he's obviously a good athlete to be in the NBA.
He's kind of quick. He's not like super athletic quick. He's not like Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson was fast, he's quick. No, Steph Curry, I mean, he can dribble some, but he's not Kyrie Irving.
Well, Allen Iverson, he was small, but he was a fantastic athlete. I mean, he was an all-state running back in Virginia. I think he was like, might even have the most yards at one point in the state. Quarterback or whatever, yeah. But Curry, you know, he never played no football, no way. But watching him shoot that basketball is just unreal. He's actually people think he's changed the NBA. What he's done is he's ruined the NBA because all these teams, like I used to crush the Cavs for the last couple of years till they finally figured out size wins and you need to be big, is everybody thinks they're going to go play guard basketball and chuck threes from half court and win games. Right. Only one guy shoots like Curry, right? You can't go by the Golden State model to win games, right? You can't because nobody else shoots like that dude. Did you see that last night? That's insane.
It was impressive. What, he hit 16 threes or something like that?
Yeah, 16 threes, but it's not, they're not your normal threes. He's double teamed. He's chucking it from half court and going
Like, insane.
I mean,
he's changed the game in that aspect where he's stretched the floor, and he's one of those guys where you have to guard him coming across half court. If you don't, he's gonna pull, and he hits above 40% from all over the place. So I mean, it's absolutely crazy what he can do and how he's changed it. He's got a quick release. He doesn't have to square up. You know, he can do it on the run. And
Oh, he does it just turn it around. You don't even have to look at the rim. I mean, it's just crazy, right? So he's changed the game. He's an Akron boy, born in Akron, Ohio, same hospital as LeBron. He had 50 points, just missed the record. He got cold towards the end. I think he got tired. He missed some shots at the end.
Right.
But he almost got the record, I think, held by Anthony Davis, I believe. But he did beat Paul George's three-point record with 16. He was awesome. Team LeBron wins, and the hometown boy LeBron hits a sick fade to win the game. What
he called for it. He called for it because at first I think he let Steph shoot it or whatever. And they came back down and shot a three and came within one. And they had to get 163 points to win it. And it was like 161 to 160. LeBron called for it, licked his fingers, and he got the good grip on the ball, got that bump turnaround jumper. Most time, kids, you don't want to shoot that shot unless you're LeBron. But he shot it, he made it, did it for the land. Hometown fans loved it. He loved it. The kids that were there watching LeBron, he loved it. The charities loved it. I mean, it was good. It was the way it was supposed to end. You know, he couldn't get the MVP, but it was a great ending to the event. I thought it was well-deserved.
You know what? I'm going to declare this an era over. I call it the last 20 years now.
Yeah.
2000s and 2010s, the buddy era of the NBA. Where everybody's buddies and LeBron kills everybody with kindness and his buddy Chris Paul and Carmelo Anthony and Dwayne Wade and the banana.
Chris Paul is not a nice dude.
No,
don't let the choir boys fool you.
Hey, I'm so sick of the buddy era. I'm so glad it's over where the All-Star game comes and we're all just hanging out, chucking the ball around. We're all buddies. We don't care.
You saw Team Durant. They were playing Spain for some money before the game.
Hey, now we're playing. Guys like Giannis, he ain't trying to be LeBron's buddy and working out in the all season. He's trying to be the best. Embiid, Embiid will be out there trolling everybody on Twitter. He was out there trying to be MVP, right?
Can't stand Embiid.
These young guys.
Still can't stand them.
Hey, these young guys, today's stars are coming out and playing in that all-star game. Like, the buddy era is finally over. Kyrie Irving, nobody likes him. And that's easy to not like. Durant, he just doesn't have the personality for it. James Harden done pissed everybody off that they picked him last. I mean, the buddy era of the NBA is over. Thank God. I hope people start not liking each other again. I can't wait for it to be like that again. When LeBron's gone, the buddy era will officially be over. And we'll be back disliking each other like Larry Bird and Magic. I want it back.
If the buddy era is over, will the super team era be over as well?
No, that'll never be over, but it'll make it more complicated, I think. I think more people are like Giannis want to win in Milwaukee. Embiid wants to win in Philly.
Well, that helps their legacy. Like Giannis, he stayed in Milwaukee. They built a new arena. They made things more attractive to get him more players in Milwaukee, because Milwaukee is not like LA or Chicago. It's just not. So the fact that he did that and he stayed and he showed loyalty to them, I mean, they're always he'll never be forgotten.
And ever. I'll tell you what, it hurt Durant's legacy. I don't care what anybody says. He left a team to go to a team that won 74 games, right? And won the NBA title in 2015, lost to the Cavs after they're down 3-1, right? There's some people argue the Cavs don't win that series if Green doesn't kick LeBron in the goods and get thrown out for a game. So he went to that team, right? And ever since then, I think some people have been a little reluctant to jump on that board. I do have one call out for the All-Star game, though. One get real moment for the All-Star game. Luka Doncic, show up and play. Show up and play. You just got done running a stretch of 40-something points average, and you show up at the All-Star game like a fan or a kid or something. Go out there and get your big ass playing some basketball, man. I'm tired of you not coming to play. Get out.
21 years old.
Hey, so is John Morant. He's doing reverse dunks.
Hey, that dunk was nasty. His head was above the rim.
Like that's why Luka Doncic got picked where he did, because he don't show up to play at All-Star time. So I don't like that. But other than that, I'm so glad the buddy era is about over. I love LeBron, but I'm so glad it's over.
Hey, my one complaint about the All-Star game was the dunk contest. Usually that's a feature event. They got a bunch of dudes, which I'm an Obi Toppin fan. He went to the University of Dayton. I will support him and everything. But they got a bunch of dudes that couldn't dunk. and they're trying all these dunks that they couldn't get. Like they need to start getting either Ja Morant or these dudes that are high flyers and are legit dunkers, or they need to try to figure out something else for the format. Like
for some reason, no one wants to do it anymore. And I don't know if that's an ego thing or something. They don't want to embarrass themselves if they can't do it or something. Because the stars back in the day used to do it, like Jordan and stuff in their early days when they had the hop still had the hop in their step. It was terrible. Obi Toppin, and he isn't even that great an NBA player. He's pretty much turned out to be what people thought. He can't shoot. He was just dunking all over kids in an A-10 league, and now he's got to play with the men. You know what? You don't even have top players playing in the dunk contest, and then you put on a crappy dunk contest. The last one that was really good was Aaron Gordon versus
Aaron Gordon.
That was nasty. For 2 years in a row, the dunk contest was back. My mind was blown. I was jumping out of the seat. Yeah, this is garbage now. They need to figure it out.
And plus, if you're in a dunk contest, like anybody's in a dunk contest that's over 6'6", it just doesn't look as impressive to me. You know, I don't see dudes in a dunk contest that's like 5'7" to 6'4". So that's when it's going to look the best to me.
I see Spud Webb again.
Not even Spud Webb, but like usually like the best looking dunks to me are guys that are like 6'2" to 6'4".
Yeah,
because they can get up there and you can see they're off the ground. They have the good hang time, and you can see the elevation. Like when Ja Morant's head was at the rim, it looks spectacular as far as that,
And I'll tell you what, just real quick, because we got to get moving. The NBA All-Star Game was awesome. Adam Silver, great job with that. Players, great job. I love watching it. It's awesome. Hopefully, other leagues are taking notice and looking at what they can do to fix their garbage games.
Yep.
The All-Star format for the NHL is pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is. It is. There's not as many people in this country are fans of hockey like that, but I think the NHL, I think they do it right as well. And they have a lot of young stars too. It's not quite as popular in the States as it would be like in Canada or elsewhere. So, but their format is definitely right. I'm on board with that too, because their skill competition and everything, I think it's awesome. Second to none. Like it's pretty cool to see.
It is. So that's it for the All-Star Game. Just to wrap it up, we have a quick conversation. LeBron, is he coming back to Cleveland with Bronny? Your take? Door's open. He said that door is not closed. His Lakers team is terrible. They won't even make the playoffs this year. Anthony Davis has let him down by being softer than a cupcake, like I told you. What do you think?
I think it could. I don't think it's necessarily going to just be Cleveland. I think that increased his son's draft stock, because they know that wherever Bronny goes, they're going to get LeBron for at least a season, and that could be a difference maker. It's not like a James Harden that's going to be 37 years old, 38 years old at that time frame, and super out of shape and partying all the time.
James Harden's going to look like Perkins at 37 years old.
We'll talk about that here in a little bit. But LeBron James is going to be in shape, he's ready. His game hasn't really fallen off. He's gotten better at shooting. He can still handle the rock. He can still get boards. He still plays the most minutes in the league, which is insane because he came in the league at like age 17 or 18, and he's been in the playoffs for however many years straight, and he played in the Olympics and everything. So there's a lot of mileage on his legs. Yeah, he's still one of the best, most in-shape players in the game. So I think it's possible. I think it'd be pretty cool to see, like all eyes are going to be on that. Whenever they're on the court, all eyes will be on them. Now, I do kind of feel bad for Bronny, because I think it puts more pressure on him versus just going out there and doing his thing, so that's the tough part about it. But if he can hold up his end of the bargain and get to the league, and LeBron can get him on the team, they get together, I mean, it'll be pretty cool to see, especially if it's in Cleveland. That's even better if they can do it in Cleveland.
Yeah, LeBron's already lost some explosiveness, but he's so big and
some explosiveness. But like LeBron was like insane as far as his athleticism.
That's why I said, we always talk about that with NFL guys. They play if you run a 4.2, you play till you're 40 years old, because when you slow down, you're still at a 4.4, right?
You're still at a 4.4. Like Darryl Green was still running like a 4.39. He was like 43 years old.
Yeah,
and that's still fast. It's not what he's used to.
Yeah, right? Exactly. It's still faster than everybody else.
Yeah.
So, all right. Yeah, I'm as long as LeBron comes back as a player only. I don't want LeBron the GM back. I want LeBron the player back. I want him to fit in with the team we got, maybe get a shooter, and that's it. Don't blow up the team. Do you realize he's ruined the Lakers? They are so screwed. They're screwed.
They're in a tough spot. We can talk about that another time, though. That's another conversation.
Yep. Let's go. Bring LeBron. Come on home. Get the land back. Get back here.
Now, one thing I do want to talk about, and we were going to discuss to go back and forth, and we'll try to make it quick. Juwan Howard incident at the end of the Wisconsin game with Michigan versus Wisconsin in men's basketball, where Juwan Howard ended up slapping one of the assistant coaches from Wisconsin. What are your thoughts on it? I know you said immediately he should be fired.
I'd have fired him right after the game. I'd have walked him right out.
I would not. I disagree with that. A suspension is probably warranted. But hey, when he was going through saying whatever in the line, the Wisconsin coach is the one that came up, put his hand on his chest, and then started talking to him. The Wisconsin coach just kept going. It would have been what it was. Plus, as Desmond Howard said, little buddy was in the background. I don't know what he said, but he should have just kept his mouth shut and stayed out of it instead of running his mouth.
You can't do that, because then what you started immediately, and then your players are throwing punches. They're not accusing anybody from Wisconsin at this point of throwing punches. It was all Michigan players. It's a bad look because you just got your ass kicked, and you're in a bad mood. And I get it, right? You know, he called timeout to put some scrubs in, and everybody knows that's an insult. There's obviously something between Howard and this coach before this, right? There's obviously some bad blood there. But you can't do that as a coach. You can't do that in Michigan. This isn't West Virginia. This is the Big Ten. This is Michigan. You got to show some restraint. And then the more disturbing thing, the only way I might have kept him is if he'd apologize. But no, he's doubling down on his actions and blaming Wisconsin.
I think the fact that it was open-handed, I know it's small detail, but the fact that it was open-handed, I think that's what keeps him from getting fired.
He started the melee. He started it. The coach. He has players that are going to be suspended for throwing punches, and then he condones it that family protects family today. Like, how is this guy still employed? This is not Harlem basketball court.
And that's fine.
Jordan Parkway down here balling.
The precedent was set before by the NCAA. When this happened earlier in the season, suspensions were given, and that's it. I know you're saying it's Michigan institution, but in this situation, it wasn't a punch. It was an open hand slap. Should he have done it? No. Should he restrain himself? Yes. Does it deserve a firing? No. Will he get multi-game suspension? Yes. Will he get it for the rest of the year? I doubt it. But
they're only allowed to Big Ten rules. He can only be suspended 2 games and fined a max of $10,000.
Oh, well, yeah. I don't know what you can do about that. Then, in my opinion,
You fire him.
I don't think you fire him.
I don't know.
I saw something out there saying, I think it was Dick Vitale saying, get rid of the handshake line, which I don't know if you get rid of the handshake line or not. As far as doing that,
you know what? This is a whole nother conversation, right? But are we that misbehaved now with no discipline? We can't even have the handshake line at the end of a game.
Some people,
come on, man.
What are people saying in lines?
Like, remember that video a while back on Twitter I sent you about that Iowa high school basketball game where he sucker? Can you imagine if someone did that to one of us? I'd start a riot. I mean, like you can't. Just getting rid of the handshake line is just saying we just can't control ourselves and we're a bunch of idiots. So I don't agree with that. I think it's sportsmanship. I think we still need to show young kids that there's sportsmanship. I mean, even the pros, baseball, they high five each other, right? They don't go meet the other team afterwards. But
they kind of talk to each other. They mingle around. They talk to the one. And then
that's because they play 160 games, so they don't want to keep seeing each other. But the NBA players generally, the NBA players always do game afterwards. The NFL players always come out. It's not the formal line like you do in youth football, but
hockey's the only one but that's like tradition. Mm-hmm. And you don't ever. I only have ever seen an incident in hockey to where that's happened or whatever. That's more tradition than anything. I think this is I'll say a rare incident.
Rare. Have you ever seen a coach start the fight with a shot?
Before in football, Woody Hayes.
He had a player though. He had a player though, and he had already lost his mind, and they fired him. They did fire him. I'll give him that. But that was I mean, there's a lot going on. I still, from the whole thing, from watching the whole incident, I know you say he should be fired. I never thought that he should be fired. I really didn't. Well, I'll tell you what, Michigan has fallen so far. They're hiring people like Juwan Howard, who's a criminal from the
how's he
Fab
falling so
Five
far?
taking money. What kind of
Five with the money?
Hey,
wait, who you liking? Wait, pick a team, and I could probably find a story about them taking money, whereas the coach is paying a kid, getting money, or their parents getting money.
You hire a criminal that ruins your program after that.
That's a terrible generalization.
And then
you can't stand by that statement. Let's
go back, and then you hired Rich Rodriguez.
Oh, that was terrible. That was terrible. He screwed up the program for years.
You know what? Michigan should go join the Big 12 because that's the status they brought themselves down to. Why don't you go play with Cincinnati? Go play with Texas Tech. I don't think that they have the class that belongs in the Big 10 anymore after I've seen this most recent event. But
I don't know, man. Because first of all, you're a fan of Ohio State. I'm not going to try to get all the stuff that Ohio State's done wrong and bad and terrible and all things they got caught doing and all the stuff their coaches do that they sweep under the rug that no one wants to talk about till later on. You know what I'm talking about. It could be Herman. It could be Earl Bruce's nephew. It could be Urban Meyer. It could be whoever. The only coach that I respect from Ohio State is Jim Tressel. He fell on the sword for his program. I felt bad. He shouldn't have been fired. All this stuff happened. He fell on the sword for the program. He was actually a good dude. He was a good coach. He screwed up Michigan recruiting for years in the state of Ohio. I do respect him, though. And if anybody should be brought back, anybody else should be respected, it is Jim Tressel. But
you know what? I agree. There's some
stuff.
Stories about Tressel, too. So.
Oh, I believe it. But those stories aren't coming out.
Yeah, I guess. But, I know we disagree on this, but if I'm Michigan, I'm firing Howard. I'm embarrassed as the athletic director. I'm worried for my own job if I hired him. Like, oh man, I just hired a guy who threw a shot and started a riot in a basketball game my coach did.
Hey, I do think that he can't do anything remotely close to that ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, now that
That's
I love it.
That's a get out of jail free card.
Some of these ex-players think they're going to go to these teams and they're just going to draw players in. They're just going to come there because I'm who I am. Look at Trace. Is it McGrady down there in Memphis? Right? Hardaway. Hardaway's down there in Memphis. Yeah. Hardaway's finding out it don't work that way. Did you see his press conference a while back where he felt
he did kind of go off on the reporter. The reporter asked a question kind of in a snarky way. The reporters can
the reporters bait you. You got to be better though. You can't let the reporters bait you in that stuff, right?
True.
I don't know.
Yeah, true. All right, what we got? I know we're running out of time. We've been talking a lot.
All right, let's get this rapid fire going.
Hey, before rapid fire, Daytona 500. It was great. I watched, like I said, I was going to. The kid Cedric, he's a rookie this year. I think he was he was driving Brad Keselowski's old number 2 car for Roush Fenway Racing. Congrats to him, won the 500. I was kind of pulling for Bubba Wallace. His owner is Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin or whatever. You know Denny Hamlin. You met him back in the day at FedEx or whatever. So trying to pull for him. He got second place. Thought he was going to be able to pull it out, get first. They had the carnage and accidents. No one was seriously hurt, so that was good. The super speedway track, exciting races for the year. I was excited for it. NASCAR is back, baby. Dave's me a fan here within the next couple weeks. I guarantee it. Let's go.
So what's great about this? We always talk about non-sports topics, but you just helped us with a second non-sports topic today, which is great. Talking about NASCAR. So NASCAR.
Check out how they are. Check the heart rates check the reflexes. They have to do very athletic things in the car. Probably more, I think, what you could do. You're a pretty good athlete.
Hey, that's the thing, though. Me and you, we couldn't win a race because we're too heavy to sit in the car. Basically, all you got to do is go on a diet. So you got NASCAR, golf. I love golf, but it's not a sport. Darts, pool, curling. That's anything you can play in a bar with a bottle in your hand, or or compete against, whatever.
I think NASCAR is more sport than skill. A lot of those other things, yes, darts, pool, golf, skill. Now, there are different things for golf where people are incorporating the physical fitness, the lifting, and everything, where they are changing the game as far as how it's being played. More of a power play type game.
You know what? Let's come back to this topic. We're going to have a session on sport or no sport.
Sport or skill.
We'll do that. True sport. We'll do that. We'll come back to that.
Yeah, let's go to rapid fire. Let's go.
All right. So rapid fire, rip-off streaming edition. What is your most anticipated show coming up on a streaming service?
Streaming service? Well, started watching Bel Air, wanted to see it. Other than that, part 2 of season 4 of Ozark on Netflix.
Okay. I'm looking forward to the Wheel of Time series 2. I'm looking
Same.
I'm looking forward to the Lord of the Rings in September. Worst show you've seen on a streaming service?
Oh, I don't even know.
All right, I'll go while you're thinking about it. Virgin River. Jackie had me watching Virgin River. It sucks. It's a waste of time. It's General Hospital on Netflix is what it is. Sucks.
I didn't mind Virgin
I
River.
still don't even know what's going on, or I still don't know what's going on, what the purpose of it is. It's awful. Virgin River, it sucks. What do you think?
I don't hate Virgin River as much as Dane does. I watched the first couple seasons, not gonna lie. But yeah, third season, I don't think I get into it. I think I've drawn the line in the sand on that one. As far as worst show, I don't know. I should have prepped for this one because I had no idea.
I'll do one we talked about. The movie Jolt on Amazon Prime.
Jolt, that was bad.
As hot as I think Kate Beckinsale is, that was terrible.
She's the reason why I kept watching as long as I did. But
yes.
She couldn't help that the movie was just.
She could not save the movie other than just look how she does.
Right.
All right. If you could only keep one of the streaming services, which one you keeping?
Probably Netflix.
I'm gonna go Prime.
I was debating between Netflix and Prime, only because you have more options for like television, sports, and movies on Prime. But I think I'll just stick with Netflix.
Netflix is tough because I gotta have my Chappelle, but I'm going Prime. Cable. All right. So if you could have one or the other, cable or every streaming service, what are you taking?
Cable.
Me too.
Only because live sports. The streaming services, I don't trust them in their live sports as much as I want to. They've let me down, and I want to be in a big game like Super Bowl and have the streaming, the circle of death come up for when you're streaming it, and it does come back up, and then you're just SOL at that point in time, and then you're missing the biggest game of the year, or something like maybe the Bengals would have won the Super Bowl. If they would have won the Super Bowl and it was the circle of death, I've been heated. So I'm sticking with cable.
And this guy don't get heated often.
No,
all right.
A lot.
Best movie you've seen on a streaming service, original content.
Best original content?
Yeah.
Man, does that be movie? You're talking about like shows as well.
Movie. This one's movie. Best original movie. It's a tough one for me, but I really like that Tomorrow War. That was good.
Yeah.
I know I'm forgetting something, but out of the most recent ones I've watched, that was good. No Remorse was good.
No Remorse was good. I did like that. I'm trying to think if there's anything on Netflix. Oh, Dune. Dune was pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm seeing my movies recently. Matrix Revolutions. That wasn't bad. I mean, it played off pretty good on the previous shows and everything, on the previous movies for the Matrix.
I know it bombed.
Yeah, it bombed, but there was a lot going on in the movie, and only people that were really paying attention probably could understand everything that was going on.
This might come surprising as much as I'm into sci-fi because I love sci-fi stuff. Not a big Matrix guy. A big Matrix guy. I even like Keanu Reeves, but I'm not a big Matrix guy.
I gotcha.
All right, final rapid fire. Who will be the next coach of the Michigan Wolverines basketball program this week?
This week won't be a different coach. You'll still
End of the
Juwan
season.
Howard. Still be
End of the
Juwan
season.
Howard. Fat Five, Juwan Howard. He will still be there, period. Point blank. That's it.
I don't follow college basketball close enough, but I will say it's going to be somebody else by the end of the year, if not sooner.
I don't believe so. I think you're wrong, 100%. We put that
All
on
right.
the board.
All right, we'll see. That was my surprise. Get a surprise rapid fire.
I like it because I'm like, you said you had a surprise question for me.
Yeah.
I have no idea what he's going to ask me. So,
Yep.
All right, what we got last? Get real with Dane. Dane, who you got? Who's getting real? Who you getting real with?
I got to talk to the Columbus Blue Jackets, right?
Yeah.
Pay the man. Pay Patrick Linne 18 points in the last 9 games. It's unheard of. He's got the best shot I ever seen since Ovechkin. He's big. He's fast. Most importantly, he likes Columbus. He wants to be there. He just got done talking about if they can get a contract filled out, right? He is a bona fide superstar in the NHL. He's that kind of talent. If he wasn't hurt for 2 months with an oblique, we might be talking about this season a lot different than we should. Pay the man. Roll up the Brinks truck. Get real, Columbus. Why are you not paying this guy? You have all your people leaving. You got stars leaving. You're saying, oh, everybody don't want to be here. You hired an outside firm. Well, you got a guy who wants to be there. Get the Brinks truck out. You're number 2 or 3 in attendance in the NHL. I know you got money. I know the owner's got money. Roll that truck up to Linné's house right now. I will drive it for you. Call me. I will go drive it there myself and pay this man.
Yeah. All right, so that's Dane's Get Real. Columbus Blue Jackets, pay Patrick Linné. He deserves it. He can be a game changer for your whole organization. Don't mess this up.
Yeah, don't mess it up. Get real. Get the man his money.
Don't mess with your money. Speaking of mess with their money, your boy, James Harden.
I love James Harden.
I know you love him. He has your style of play. I can't stand him, first of all. Second of all, he has a reputation of partying and enjoying the nightlife, which is normal for, I think, many NBA players. That's fine. But he's getting old. And within the next year or so, he's going to be eligible for a $223 million extension. But at his age and off-court habits, they raise concerns. One NBA GM says his off-court habits are led to Brooklyn. He's been out of shape prior to the season. And when he was in Houston in the heyday, if they had long road trips, he would leave and charter a private jet to Vegas, and he'd go party in Vegas and come back for the road trip. Now, the difference was back then he was dropping 50 and having triple doubles, right? So that's probably the one main difference there. But is he doing that now? No, I don't think so. As far as doing that, so is he make his body better, not party as much, make sure he's gonna be worthwhile to pay that money? No, in my opinion, no, it's not worth it, because you might get something on the first 2 years of the contract. Well, in the second 2 years of the contract, he's gonna be 37, 38 years old. It's not like he takes care of his body like LeBron. Like he has game like LeBron or does anything like LeBron. Like the way he scored points got taken away last year when the referees changed how all the time. Can't stand his game. His little gather dribble that he has, or where he has the gather step back, where they don't say it's a travel, it's kind of sketchy as far as like when they should call it, when they shouldn't. I don't trust that. He perfected it. I give him props. He did. He found a way around the traveling in the NBA. To me, it still looks like a travel. And it looks like they take like the gather step and then take the 2 steps back. That's 3 steps in my book, where they say it's still continuing on the dribble. We'll talk about that another day. Either way, don't pay this man. It's not worth it. He doesn't seem like he's a team player. He's forced his way out of 2 different cities by showing that he's not committed to the team. He's going to come there out of shape. If you can't, he uses the ball all the time. His usage is high. Is not as fit as he used to be. He still parties like he used to. Can't put up buckets like he did. He's going to be a Robin to someone's Batman in Philly to Joel Embiid. I don't think he can handle that. He's searching for a title. He's trying to run a title, but I don't know if he's truly willing to sacrifice what it needs to become a champion. I don't think he's a champion. I think he's too lazy to be a champion, and he deserves to be a champion. He probably doesn't even deserve to be on the team, to be honest with you. But someone's gonna like him, someone's gonna show up, someone's gonna pay for him because of his name, what he did 4 or 5 years ago, blah, 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 whatever else. Either way, I'm over it. James Harden, don't mess with your money. Show up in shape, get paid, and win a championship if you can. But I don't think you have the drive for it. I don't believe it.
He's going to look like Kendrick Perkins at the end. Matter of fact, he's probably at Delilah's right now in Philadelphia.
He probably is.
On break.
He probably is. I'm not even trying to talk about it.
Yeah, that's Terrell's messing with your money. He says
messing with your money. 100%. James Harden, his game's messing with his money. His off-the-court habits messing with his money. He can't come back from you getting old, getting out of shape. You're staying out of shape, and you're trying to get paid. I don't think you should. You might still get paid, but teams are making a mistake. They're going off the name, not the ability or what they're going to get in the future. Bad move. Teams will mess with your money.
Dude, I don't know what to say. You just killed my boy there for a good
Your
long
boy,
minute.
your boy better save the beard. Got to do something. Got to trim that weight. Start with the beard. Let's go, son.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
man. All right. That's it. Right.
All right. Hey, on that note, because I know we've been talking for a minute, my internet's doing something weird, saying Zoom meeting's not responding. Let's hope that it does so I can record this episode because I don't want to do it again. So if anything, remember, hit us up on social media. We're on Instagram at Always Relevant. We're on Facebook, find us on Always Relevant. The Rell is in quotes. It's event, EVENT, Always Relevant. Find Dane, D-Mail on Twitter. Find me at Franchise1122. We're trying to put up more content out there. You can hit us up on YouTube. Just search for hashtag Always Relevant or look for Always Relevant. Rell in quotes as far as doing that. We have the videos out there, trying to have shorts out there. Dane's going to try to get us some content from the concert he's going to tonight. It's going to be good. I look forward to hearing from that. And I'm sure it's a 80s metal band, and that's all good. That's more his style, but it's all right.
Oh, no. It's the Metal Blade 40th anniversary concert. That's the group that, founded Metallica and everything like that in the 80s. But it's extreme metal. The almighty Cannibal Corpse is headlining tonight. You might remember them from the movie Dumb and Dumber. Remember that band from Dumb and Dumber?
Sure.
Cannibal Corpse, Whitechapel, Revocation. Going to be a show. That's tonight. I'm going to have to get going in a little bit because it's Southwest Pennsylvania, Reading, Pennsylvania. And then I will be at Cavs Sixers next week. Be looking forward to that.
Nice. Good stuff, man. Hey, we made it through the show. Appreciate you. And everybody else that's out there, have fun, have good times. We'll see you soon. Dane's repping the lane as always. I'm repping the Natty. Hopefully they can figure out the contract dispute between the players and the owners. Till then, we'll talk to you soon. Later.